Hey everyone, welcome back to another war video. This one, war number 3 of season 40, for Loki taking on Hellfire Club Emma. You can see I have Apocalypse once again, Scorpion, and Odin. No Odin fights, but the other two are going to see some action, so let's jump right in. This first fight is going to be on path 6. I have Apocalypse against Bishop. So this is Combat Prowess Deja Vu. Basically, when I do the same action twice in a row, he gets a prowess buff, and it also has spiked armor, so every time I do a critical hit I take damage back, and he has increased physical resistance. So I'm going to use Apocalypse. You can see I don't have the cable synergy, but using Apocalypse against a mutant will also ramp him up. Same thing that I always do with Apocalypse against Bishop. I want to stick to special 1. Reason being is Bishop will have his steady release, so he'll be able to get a bunch of incinerates on me, but Apoc can go incinerate immune. You take some burst damage from the incinerate that is purified due to Bishop's abilities, but then after that you're pretty safe to just kind of stick there, bait out special ones, and you don't really have too much to worry about. So the one thing about this Bishop is he's SIG about 100, so basically I need to keep him underneath 20 of his passive prowess. If he gets over 20, then his special attacks become unblockable, and I really do not want to deal with that. So relatively slow fight, just kind of taking my time. Apoc, with no other mutants on the team, still hits pretty hard, but he certainly is going to take a little bit longer. I really enjoyed how Bishop just kind of sat there and held block for a little bit to get 5 regen buffs to get some health back, so that was pretty fun. But like I said, just baiting out the special ones, and I'm trying to throw my special 2s, because that's going to be the most amount of damage. You can see that last kick of that special 2 did a really good amount. And then right there, just going for the combo. So nothing too crazy for Apoc. That's Apoc's only fight this war. He, again, placed a Horseman. The rest of the fights this war are going to be with Scorpion. So Scorpion is going to take on this Juggernaut here. You can see I placed all my Odin buffs already because I need them for Path 8 and Section 2. But Scorpion is a really, really strong attacker in this meta, because he is a global attacker. So this particular node is critical setup and aggression prowess, so he gets a passive fury every so often, and if I end a combo the same way, it's a guaranteed critical hit. So you can see there, though, Scorpion just nukes through that fight, no worries whatsoever. So on to Section 2. Like I said, Scorpion is going to be taking this Gorr here. So Scorpion, like I said, very strong attacker for this war meta because he's able to place the Fate Seal on. So this is the new Path 8. Basically, every time they get a buff, they can then get this power efficiency where their specials cost less power. Gorr is one of the most buff-heavy champs in the game. But with Scorpion here, I use a power start 1 so that I can throw a special and immediately Fate Seal him, getting rid of all of his buffs. So you can see, so far, going pretty well. But right here, I didn't have a Stagger Up, and I didn't have the Fate Seal on, so he got a whole bunch of buffs back. So really what you don't want to do with Scorpion, or what you don't want to do with Gorr here, is you don't want to have him throw a special 2. And if he throws a special 2, you don't really want to block a lot of it, which I did both of those. And then right there, I thought that he was going to, he dexed, and then he kind of caught me back. And then I just, a lot went wrong there at the end of that fight. It was going really well until all of a sudden it wasn't. I think with a little bit better management at the end of the fight, I'm able to solo that. Like I said, I stopped a combo because I didn't think I was actually going to hit him. But, tough fight for my first death of the season. But able to get the cleanup. So next fight's going to be Scarlet Witch. This has the same power efficiency node, and also as a rich gets richer. So because my Scorpion, I have all the Odin buffs on, I'm able to get a good amount of power here. So I actually go up to a special 2, just to throw that and put that on pretty quickly. But from here, I'm just going to spam special ones. And hopefully she's going to then spam her specials, and the power stings are really going to do some good amount of work. I do place the rupture debuffs on just in case, with Scarlet Witch, she can place the poison on you, so I wanted the poison immunity. Next fight's going to be Hulkling on node 47. So this node did not change. Once again, I'm going to be using the rupture because because Hulkling is poison immune, but this has the Rich Gets Richer, Feats of Power, all that fun stuff. But Scorpion, with a Power Start 1, is just able to turn Hulkling off immediately. So he's able to neutralize them, from here, it's just a matter of really spamming those specials and hoping he throws his specials in return. You can see here, he throws those specials. He's already pretty far down. I got pushed up to a special 2, which is not the worst thing in the world because you can see that massive burst damage. So Scorpion really, really good for Hulkling this season because he's able to really keep those buffs in control and make Hulkling take a whole bunch of damage in return. So really fun Scorpion fight there. This next fight is going to be Aarkus. Aarkus is also a global attacker. But I'm going to be using Scorpion again. This has Feats of Vigilance. So basically every time a buff expires on the opponent, I can potentially get faltered. With this, again, Power Start 1, throw the special 1, and really just want to keep the taunt on him. So this is a rank 4 Sig 200 Aarkus. So basically what I have to be aware of, and it can actually be used in my favor here, is I want to be able to get rid of the... I want to be able to have the taunt be on as much as I possibly can. So he's going to shrug 100% of the time whatever non-damaging debuff he gets. So here you can see I had hit on cooldown, so the taunt sticks. So I don't want him to shrug things off because I want to be throwing his specials. He also has power efficiency, so his specials cost 50% less power. So you can see, he's throwing a lot of specials. I want to get up to my special 1 here because you can see he got a power gain on. So there we go, got to the special 1, able to Fate Seal him, so now he's at his special 2. He throws that. So this Aarkus, I did use a Power Start 1, so, I'm a little bit in danger if his power gain gets too out of control, but thankfully this Aarkus was pretty good at throwing his specials. So one more special should do it. Actually doesn't even get to it. So that'll do it for Aarkus. That was supposed to be it for me this war. However, I did have to clean up an America Chavez. You see, I was the only one who had died in our battle group at this point. So somebody else just felt really bad for me. And they decided to kind of take one, not for the team, just for me. And they died to this America Chavez and then allowed me to have the cleanup. So that was very nice of them. So this Chavez, she can be pretty annoying on this node with the increased power gain. But I just want to spam special 1, have the taunt on, and you can see the power stings do most of the work there. So that will do it for me for this war. 7 fights in total. Gets me to 15 fights on the season. I do have my first death, and my streak is now at 4. In terms of the war itself, we were able to get the victory here, so we're now 2-1. As I sit here making this video, I don't know what place we're in, but by the time it posts, we should know what place. So hopefully we are on our way to a solid finish. But that will do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I will see everyone soon.